I trudged through the gates of Lost Iguana Resort and Spa, Fortuna, my heart racing with excitement, my Instagram captions already written in my mind. But little did I know, this supposed eco-paradise would become a living nightmare. As I checked in, I was blasted with a wall of sweltering heat, courtesy of the non-functional air conditioning. It was like walking into a sauna. I felt like I was melting, my skin dripping with sweat, my makeup running like a sad, soggy clown. The staff's initial solution? Moved me to another room for one night, then back to the original sweatbox the next day. Can you imagine the audacity? Who thought that was a viable solution? Hey, let's make our guests suffer for a day, and then maybe, just maybe, we'll fix it. But that was just the beginning. The ceiling and doors were riddled with holes, welcoming lizards, bugs, and a particularly vocal family of geckos to join the party. Their nightly mating serenades became the soundtrack to my sleepless nights. I felt like I was on some twisted jungle safari, minus the fun and adventure. It was like they took the phrase immersive nature experience a bit too literally. And don't even get me started on the bathroom. The sink overflowed with the enthusiasm of a rainforest waterfall, soaking my clothes multiple times. I had to wring out my shirt like a wet rag, the sound of dripping water echoing in my ears like a Chinese water torture. It was like they wanted me to have a perpetual bad hair day. Meanwhile, the restaurant was a whole different story. 4 small lunches for a whopping $100 plus tip? You've got to be kidding me. That's like charging a small fortune for a few sad lettuce leaves and a slice of stale bread. And don't even get me started on the bottled water they poured into every glass without asking. It was like they thought I was made of money, or maybe they just wanted to see how much they could milk me for. But wait, there's more. The night walk, which we booked ahead of time for a cool $300, was a complete scam. They told us to pay up front, without giving us the option to pay later. I felt like I was being held hostage by a group of cunning pirates. Pay us now, or walk the plank. And then, there were the bedbugs. Yes, you read that right. Bedbugs. I woke up at midnight to find at least 10 of those pesky little creatures crawling around my bed. It was like they were having a rave party, and I was the unwilling guest of honor. The reception sent a nice security guard to help us move rooms, but the damage was already done. I felt like I was living in a horror movie. But what really took the cake was the dishonest business practices. The hotel charged me for an extra night, saying I had to work it out with Expedia. Expedia, of course, refused to give me a refund, and I was left feeling like a helpless pawn in their game of corporate chess. It was like they thought I was some kind of idiot, just willing to roll over and take it. As I looked around at the crumbling infrastructure, the incompetent staff, and the overall sense of neglect, I couldn't help but wonder, what happened to this place? Did they used to care about their guests? Did they used to take pride in their work? Or was it always this way, a money-grabbing, soulless machine, churning out disappointed customers like a factory? I left Lost Iguana Resort and Spa, Fortuna with a heavy heart, feeling like I'd lost a piece of myself in the process. I wanted to scream, to shout from the rooftops, to warn everyone I knew about this toxic dump. Because, let's face it, folks, this place is a ticking time bomb of disappointment, waiting to ruin your vacation, your attitude, and your Instagram feed. So, dear friends, what do you think? Have you ever had a similar experience? Share your horror stories with me in the comments below.
Oh, you know, I was just looking into things around Lost Iguana Resort and Spa, Fortuna, and wow, some of these scams, like, really make me sad, you know? Like, why do people do this? Tourists just want to have a nice time, and then, boom. Someone tricks them. It's just not fair. So, businesses near Lost Iguana Resort and Spa, Fortuna? Some of them, like, really take advantage of tourists. Like, there was this one souvenir shop, super cute, right? But then, a Spanish tourist bought some things, and the price on the shelf said one thing, but her credit card got charged double. Like, how? She went back, and they just said, oh, technical error. But come on. You know that's not true. She probably felt so stupid after, but it's not her fault. And the shop? Probably still doing the same thing to other people. Ugh. And then, oh my gosh, there was this fake official tour desk. Like, they had shirts with logos and everything, looked super legit. A group of Americans paid for a tour, and then, poof. The shop was gone when they came back. I bet they felt so betrayed. And the scammers? Probably just changed the name of the shop and kept doing it. Like, how can people sleep at night doing that? Oh, and ATMs. There was one at a supermarket near Lost Iguana Resort and Spa, Fortuna, and someone put a scamming device on it. Like, people just wanted to get some cash, and then, bam! Their money was gone. The supermarket said they didn't know, but... Really? How do you not notice? Those tourists probably had to cancel their cards and everything. So stressful. And then, this one grocery store near the plaza? A Canadian couple paid with a real bill, and the cashier said it was fake and swapped it for a counterfeit. Like, how sneaky is that? They didn't even get their change back. I bet they felt so helpless, not speaking Spanish well. And the cashier? Probably still doing it, laughing all the way. Oh, and pharmacies. Some of them charge tourists, like, 4 times the normal price for medicine. A US tourist paid $35 for painkillers that should have been $8. Like. Why? Just because they're tourists? That's so mean. They probably found out later and felt so cheated. It's just sad, you know? Lost Iguana Resort and Spa, Fortuna is so beautiful, but some people there, they just ruin it. Like, can't we all just be nice? The truth about businesses near Lost Iguana Resort and Spa, Fortuna. The businesses near Lost Iguana Resort and Spa, Fortuna? Let's be honest, they break your heart. Not in the dramatic, cinematic way, but in the slow, crushing way of a bad vacation where every little thing chips away at your soul. The restaurants, the shops, the hot springs, they all follow the same tragic, overpriced, underwhelming, and sometimes outright deceptive. Take the grocery stores, for example. If you're looking for a simple, honest transaction where you pay for what you get, prepare to be disappointed. Super Arenal seems to have mastered the art of confusion, prices that change like the weather, expiration dates hidden in microscopic print, and a policy on plastic bags that feels like a bad joke. One customer bought 5 bottles of wine, lured in by a sale sticker, only to be charged more at checkout because, surprise, the sale ended yesterday. The manager shrugged, the cashier pointed at tiny fine print, and suddenly, your budget for the week is gone. This isn't a store, it's a trap disguised as a supermarket. Then there's Tabacn Thermal Resort and Spa, the crown jewel of disappointment. If you've ever dreamed of soaking in luxurious hot springs while being treated like royalty, erase that dream. The reality? Filthy pools, food that tastes like regret, and staff who act like you're interrupting their day by existing. Guests report algae-covered rocks, cold buffets, and rooms crawling with uninvited wildlife, spiders, ants, and the crushing realization that you paid how much for this? The worst part? They won't even refund you for a medical emergency. Imagine canceling a trip because someone's in the hospital, and the response is, "Sorry, but we already spent your money." This isn't hospitality, it's highway robbery with a spa towel. And the restaurants, oh, the restaurants. Organico Fortuna is a masterclass in wasted potential. You walk in, hopeful, thinking, this will be fresh, healthy, worth the splurge. What you get is a $200 bill for rice that forgot it was supposed to be risotto, tofu that tastes like regret, and hummus that might actually just be bean paste. The smoothies? Fine, if you enjoy paying $20 for juice served in a cup that disintegrates halfway through. The staff? Either indifferent or defensive when you dare to ask why your organic meal tastes like wet cardboard. This isn't a restaurant, it's a scam wrapped in kale. Even the cafes fail to escape the curse. The Kozy Kafe? It's so forgettable that the reviews are literally blank. One guest just wrote, "Visiting my friend at his apartment." That tells you everything. So what's the lesson here? The businesses near Lost Iguana Resort and Spa, Fortuna, operate on one principle: you're a tourist, you'll pay, you'll leave, and you'll never come back. The food is overpriced and underwhelming, the service is indifferent at best, and the only thing flowing freely is your money. If you must stay here, do yourself a favor, eat somewhere local, skip the luxury hot springs, and never trust a price tag without a magnifying glass. Or better yet, bring your own food. Because in this corner of paradise, the only thing guaranteed is disappointment.